Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Aurora with Texas Craft Lover, and I'm so glad you guys are here. I want to show you my new junk journal that I've made. I am showcasing today two of my design teams that I'm on. One is Studio28e, and she has done a beautiful digital kit, and the other one is AngeldreamcraftsKim, and she has lots of laces and bling and everything you would want to put in a junk journal. I mean, it's gorgeous, the stuff she carries, and I am so glad that I am on both of these ladies' design teams, and I hope I can do their stuff justice because I absolutely love them both. And I'm going to show you, give you a rundown or walk through this junk journal and show you everything I got from which shop it came. And all the pages that I used in here were from one junk journal kit. And it's called Blue Velvet. And you can find the links down below of everything that I'm showing you. And I will tell you what I had in my stash, what came from which shop, so you can check it out on the links in the description box down below. And what I used as a substrate was an old spiral little bitty notebook that I never used. It had lined paper in it, but I wanted to, you know, tear those sheets out, which I didn't tear them out. I separated the spine. I opened up the spine with my hands, with my fingers. I don't have an apparatus for that yet. And I took out all the pages and tested some paper in it using the We Are Memory Keepers punch board for your planners. And I got the big kit where it comes with all the different hole size punches, and I just kept testing, you know, which one would fit. Ones were too small, too big, you know, squared. No, I don't like that. So I just went through all the punches and decided which one I wanted to use and use that one. If you want more detail, leave a comment down below and I will let you know exactly what I used, and I'll get back to you with that. But for right now, I want to focus on the digital kit that Studio28e Cherie Czmyr has, and she also has a Facebook group if you want to join us. I'll leave down the link down below. And also AngeldreamcraftsKim. She has an Etsy store as well. She carries laces and keys and all sorts of goodies in there. I mean, just go take a look. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. She has a fabulous store. And every day she's putting in a ton of product that I can see. I mean, I want all of it. I literally just want all of it. So I'm going to head down over there after I finish making this video and do some shopping, hopefully. But I wanted to show you, this is her kit from Studio28e. And I used two pieces of paper, two of the same images, except I eliminated the center image and just kept the roses to do a dimensional. And I just put like a foam dot underneath these. And that's how I got that look. These paper flowers I just made from punches that I had. And so I just took them and used a stylus to give them that curve. And then I used the Dollar Tree little bling at the bottom to do the centers for each of the flowers. I don't know where I got this. Probably from a swap from another group I'm in. And just thought, that's going to be the title of my journal, and I loved it. It looked really nice in there. Plus, I really wanted to use this key. I just swooned over it when I saw it in Kim's shop, and I thought, I need to have that key. So I did, and I wanted to showcase it right up front for everybody to see, and I really loved how she made these. She sells, I believe she sells these already made. And also, I think she sells the bling by itself. But you can go check out her store. And I'm going to open it up. This lace was not from Kim's shop. This was from just a swap that, or a giveaway that I won from a friend. the lace that I used from Kim's shop is this one in here, and I kind of separated it a little bit or a lot, and I just used, you know, little bits and pieces here and there and throughout the journal as well, and I'll show you when I come across. I have another video showcasing everything I got from Angeldreamcrafts shop, and you can take a look at it. I'll leave the link down below. And so the first problem I ran into when I did this is that the cover that I was trying to use was black, so I gessoed it. And when I did that, I accidentally left gesso inside the holes, and I didn't even think about it when I was doing it. I just, you know, kind of slopped it on and let it dry. And then when I came back and at the end, when I was trying to put everything together, I realized that I had to, you know, scrape out all of the gesso in the holes. So if you do use an old notebook with this is called I think an O-ring spiral notebook. And if you do use one of those, just make sure you don't gesso inside the little perforated holes in the cover of your notebook. If you're gonna, you know, trade it out and do something completely different and cover up the holes, and go right ahead. This lace was also a gift from the winnings. This was a little bit of lace that I had in stash that I got, I think, from Facebook somewhere. These guest checks as well, I just had in my stash, but these are the flimsy ones, so I just stapled them together, and I put them in this pocket right here, just another little punched out flower. This is part of Cherie's kit. This is a little flower bling that I had in my stash. All these pages that everything is on that I used in this book, this journal, were from Cherie Czmyr's kit, and it's called Blue Velvet. Like I said, I'll leave the link down below so y'all can find it. And the backs I had left initially white, and I was going to leave them white, but then, you know, when you try to use this gorgeous beige off-white lace, you can't. I mean, I just couldn't. So I thought, oh, I'll grunge it up a little bit. And so I covered it, put a little stamp, did a little stenciling in all the back of the pages. So you will see that throughout the book. And this is only half of one of her pages. What I did, I took the kit, I printed them all out one-sided, and then I cut them down the middle and used that. Of course, I had to get them inside this book, so I did a little fudging and trimming and stuff like that. But other than that, it was pretty basic and pretty easy to do when I did this. Then I took one of her pages, which is this one, the very first one you saw. I took this page, and I printed it on a napkin. I got an old piece of napkin that I took off of a back of another napkin. So you buy your napkins, and they have 3 layers or 2 layers, whatever. You take the back layers off. Well, I didn't want to throw them away because I thought, these are still good. I can still use them for something. And so I kept holding them until I was sure I was going to be able to print something on them. So I, YouTubed how to print on napkins. And I placed them, I taped them all around a piece of paper, and I ran them through my printer. And I got a lot of these, and I'll show you where I used them. This I got from Kim's shop. They're just little like ticket tags, and there's 2-part, but I left them together. And I used that to have Cherie's image on top and Kim's ticket on the bottom. This also came from the digital kit. This is just some stenciling that I did, also from the kit. These are so cute because I love, they look like little doilies, and I just want to turn them around, or and find some journaling done in the back. I think that would be really, really cute. This is part of one of the images in Cherie's kit, and so is this page. I love how she does this, and I don't know how she does it, but it looks so cool when I get them and I get them printed. And this is a page. It looks like it's been, you know, soaked in blue ink. And I love her pages. So this is a little bit of lace that I had on hand. Here's another one. I got this little, I don't even know what this little part, I know it has to do with a die that somebody sells, and I can't remember who it is, but I got this along with this in a swap that I was in. This is a little bit left over of the front of the lace. And then the digital kit from Cherie's Blue Velvet kit. I made journaling cards, and I just glued some lined paper and then used her kit to do the front. And I had these little words, and I kind of punch holed the little corners so they'd look like a little label. I don't know if you can see that. Oops, I'm upside down, guys. Oh boy, I just noticed that. Okay, I'm gonna turn this book around now so y'all can see it straight forward. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. I hope that's right. Is that right? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it like this since I'm already, you know, doing this way. But I stenciled a little bit on the back, grunched it up a little bit, but this page has lines in it, and I like that because I wanted to journal on the lines because I love lines. I'm a lister mostly, but I don't do a lot of journaling, but I love lined paper, so I kept it natural and didn't fuss with it. This is a little bit of stenciling done. I kept the white one on this one, believe it or not. I don't know why. This is another part of Cherie's kit, and it's gorgeous. I love the image on here. I used a little bit of some of the fabric and lace that I got from a friend and the flowers that I made. And this is just a book page that I cut down to size and I stenciled. This is the book page as well. So here I just kind of sprayed my mat and just a light mist with water over top of Tim Holtz oxide inks. I think that's what they're called. And then I dabbed it onto the page, onto the book page. That's how I got that look. This is another image from Cherie's kit, Blue Velvet. And I just stenciled on the back. This is a gorgeous image from it. And I split the pages. I didn't even bother to make sure that they stayed, you know, one right next to the other. I just wanted them, you know, dispersed throughout and give it a variety look. This is actually a napkin that I took that I had on hand, and I just put it on a piece of white cardstock and used it as, I'm going to use it as a journaling card there. This is part of Cherie's image kit. Here is a stenciling some here, stampings there, grunging up on top of the doily. And I glued the doily itself to the book page, and it kind of stuck out. It sticks out from the bottom and the top, but I kind of like that, so I just left it. And then on the other side, and see how it's not going, I spray painted the spiral, which was probably another mistake of mine. But you live and you learn. So I will get some new spirals. I just didn't want to do it now because I wanted to use what I had on hand. But I am looking into getting the right, you know, the right size spiral. This spiral was probably a bit too small for all the pages that I added into here. But I wanted to use all of Cherie's kit because it was gorgeous. And I wanted to put it all in one book. This is a little bit of lace that I got from a friend, the second half of the doily, and these two images right here are from Cherie's kit. This page is also, and like I said, I love lined paper, so I left that there. Here's another white page that I didn't grunge up. This is another image from her kit, and I did a little bit of inking around the edges. And this other page is just gorgeous, just gorgeous. I loved it. And she somehow included, it's kind of like a dusty blue and yellows, it also, there's green. I mean, there's so much in this kit. I absolutely love it. A little bit of lace on that page. I did a belly band here with one of her images. This is the size it printed out, and I didn't change it because that was my plan, to use it as a belly band. And I couldn't use it this way, which is normally how I do my belly bands. But I thought, well, you know, no, nothing says that I can't use it the other way around. And I did a little bit of stenciling and just inked up the edges on that image. This image also comes in Cherie's kit. And here's the other ledger page that I have. Another one of those doilies that I love to display like that. Just by itself, kind of looks like it's thrown on the page. Did a little bit of stenciling. Here's a little bit of lace that I was gifted, and an image from Cherie's kit. Here's the other half of that front page that y'all saw. And so I didn't even bother to keep them all, you know, in order, because that would look so weird. In my mind, anyway. Here's a little bit of stenciling. Here's another image from Cherie's kit. I made a little pocket out of a book page. And I stuck another one of Cherie's images in here with a little bit of lace. This lace down here is from Kim's. That's the other half of the stuff that I used on the front cover. This was the top portion of the lace, and the little, what I like to call little grapevines drop is the other half. So I loved how it looked on here, and I really want to grunge it up a little bit so it'll stand out. But for right now, that's how I left it. And this book page, I just had a stencil with that pattern on it, and so I did an overall stenciling on that. Lots of tucks. This one I left plain. Apparently, I guess I skipped it in my process. I don't know. I usually don't like to leave anything plain just like this. This has lines in it, so I did want to leave it just plain like Cherie's kit, and you can see ring distressing on the actual kit. Here's some more stenciling. I kind of goofed because I was, you know, I went to town stenciling this part, but I forgot I had the little bitty edge, and so I didn't take care not to go over. And so when I lifted the stencil, I had a natural line going there, so I thought, okay, well, let's just make it an actual, you know, frame it, the second half of the page. And here's the others. I just love this. I really want to incorporate some of my memories with my girls. I have 3 girls. I have twin 15-year-olds right now and a 5-year-old. And yes, I did say 5-year-old. I thought I was done when at 10 years old, I couldn't get pregnant. And so God had other plans. So there you go. And I took some of my stamps, stamped on this lovely, lovely little ticker tape. That's what I call it. And it's patina, is natural, is vintage. I don't know exactly what the ticker tape was used for. I can't remember, but I got it from Donkey Journal's store, and she's mostly on Instagram. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link down below. She's got fabulous, fabulous vintage stuff that she sells. And this is another image from Cherie's kit, digital kit. And look at the cherub face on that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that bumblebee here. I just love it. Just love it. The marbling. I don't know if y'all can see that, but can y'all see that marbling in that page? Oh my gosh. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And there's another page, a little bit of stenciling here. I'm sorry about my dog. I let her out because she started to cry inside, and now she's wanting back in. So she can stay out there for a little bit. She won't suffer. And this is another half of the page. And here I made a little envelope from a book page and used some of Kim's lace under here. I had originally done, oops, where did you come from? And originally made some faux stamps. And I just used images from other kits that I had lying around. Here's another part. Here's where I decoupaged, glued that napkin that I printed out from Cherie's kit. And I just placed it all over the page. And I don't know if y'all can see that, but I hope y'all can. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Is that too close? And this is part of the lace. This is another piece of lace that I chose from Kim's shop. And it is gorgeous. It has this shimmer, and I don't even know if y'all can tell from there, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Inside, I have more faux stamps if I want to use it to spread out within, you know, the journal itself. And then here I did a little bit of stenciling, and here's the other image with lines, which I love. I love lines. Because I'm a lister, so I need my lines so I can list my stuff. But, you know, I'm trying to look at it in a different perspective. You know, I want to journal, and I want to maybe journal around some of the images on this page and throughout the book, the journal. Okay, here's another page that I left white. I didn't see how I messed up. That's my inking scales right there. I don't know about y'all. I'm still learning. I feel like I'm a beginner in some things, and some others I can, you know, whip them out with no regrets, and, you know, they look fantastic. But there's other things that I do that I'm like, oh gosh, I need to practice some more. Here's the other side of that blue marbling page. This is actually the left side of the page, but it looks so good. I love the colors in it. And this is where I'm going to show you the lace that Kim has, and she sent me. I hope I can get this up there. Look at that. Can y'all see that shimmer? I don't know if y'all can or not. But I use that, and I cut it apart. Here's part of the rose applique looking, you know, trim that she sent me. It is fabulous. I do have the other video. I don't know if I mentioned. Here's another one of her keys. Look at that. Look at that. That is so beautiful. I mean, it just makes your work look 10 times better. And this tag is also from her shop. She carries these. So if y'all need some of those, go over to Kim's shop at Angeldreamcrafts. This is part of the lace of this that I cut apart. This was down here at the bottom. There's the leaf right there that I cut apart and I glued down here. Here's the rose head that I glued up here, and then I took 2 of the roses and made them into a pocket. And this is part of the kit. And these are my stamped images, just like on ticker tape, and I just glued them down to this part. And I also decoupaged part of that napkin. It was a pretty big napkin, you guys. So I had just had a ton of fun with that one. All right, and I put a little bit of pearls down here. Here's another one that I stenciled on the second half of that gorgeous image that was the second page. Look at this. This is so beautiful. I love the imagery that Cherie uses in her kits. They're just gorgeous. And I stenciled and, you know, inked all the way around the edges. And I do recommend that if you want to work on your pages, you stencil and you ink around the edges first, because once you cut this out, this, you know, punch the holes out in your pages, the pages become really flimsy. And when you're, you know, if you're doing circle motions, I use my brushes that are from what is it? The Dollar Tree or Daiso, I think is where I got them at. And they're these types of brushes. They're so great to craft with and ink around pages. But, you know, anything, when you start punching into paper, it gets, you know, more delicate as you go. So just a word to the wise. Here's another page and a little bit of inking. Yeah, my skills aren't getting any better. But it's part of the charm of the book, right? Here's another piece, a pocket that Cherie has in her kit. And here's one of my guest checks that I had on hand. And I just decoupaged another piece of the napkin that I printed. And one of my stamp images, I had these little bitty tags in there. And this key is from Kim's shop. It is beautiful. Let me get it up closer so y'all can see.
Can y'all see that? Oh, I hope it's focusing. Oh, can y'all see that bling? I just love it. I love it. These two shops have made me so happy to journal, junk journal, craft, whatever, you know, come up with great ideas. And I did glue one of the pages in Cherie's kit onto the cover. And I love this image. I covered it up with that, but look at those butterflies. Aren't they beautiful? They are just gorgeous, and I just loved playing with this kit. It is fantastic. And all of Kim's goodies that she sent me. I will be making more goodies with her stuff because there's a lot more that she sent me, and I want to use them all up and really showcase her stuff from her shop. So stay tuned to that video. But for now, this is me signing off from my learning how to, you know, reuse your spiral notebooks and turn them into junk journals. Thank you for coming on, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. If you want to see more, it'll help me boost my channel. And don't forget, all the links will be left down below. We'll talk to you all later. Bye.